what we'll do is I have us live on YouTube right now. I think we
That's
can
awesome.
yeah, it was just pretty cool. I think we can only be live on YouTube or Facebook, one at the other. That said, I'm recording our conversation so that I'll send you the file and then you can post it on your page. I'm going to post it on my page, not only on
Perfect.
Facebook, but I'll post it all over the place. So it's kind of fun. And
That's awesome. Thank
yeah, it's
you.
kind of,
Thank you for
it's
having me on board.
thanks. Well, it's just kind of fun. I figured, I would like to, and have been talking to a lot of my friends anyway. So I figured I'll let everybody be a fly on the wall. We can kind of have some conversations, like a little voyeuristic stuff going on. We can have a conversation and people can listen in and hopefully maybe meet some new friends, meet some new connections,
That sounds awesome. I will reach out to you eventually to see what else we can do moving forward, because this is going to be the new trend, like what we just heard on the news. Until Easter, we're still a little bit far away for that, but we still got to practice whatever it is that the mandates that they're giving us.
Yeah, no kidding. I think, like you said, it's going to be the new reality for the new normal for a little while. What was the update today? I haven't watched, admittedly. I've been nonstop on calls and meetings today. What was the latest update today? Were they saying like officially through Easter was a new date, or?
Well, he would like to see it because the economy is taking a big hit right now with everything going on, right? So he mentioned that he would love to see us up and running by Easter, but we're just barely getting across the mandates that we're supposed to be
Right.
adhering to, and we're not. So if we start doing the fist bump and the 6 feet away, Germany is actually doing no more than 2 people as a congregate, meeting. So it's tough for us. We're used to, like, where's the bear hug and where's the kiss, and
Right. Yeah, it's totally new. Yeah, totally an unusual time going on. Well, first things first, since I will be sharing this with my network and I do a little daily email lately to my database. So I'm going to share this with your permission, of course. I'm going to be sharing these videos. Tell those of my friends that maybe haven't had the pleasure to meet you yet, tell them what it is that, who you are and what you do.
Well, happy Taco Tuesday. We missed Delilah for that one, right?
She posted on LinkedIn though, I think. Was it LinkedIn or Facebook? Somewhere I saw her post something, a new one. Yeah.
She's something else with tacos. It's awesome. It's a great thing. But my name is Julio Aviles, and I am an account executive with Gold Star Title and Escrow in the Lake Nona area. We've been in business since 2006, and I have at least 5.5 years of account executive experience on top of the real estate and mortgage origination that I used to do, likewise like you used to do with your mortgage stuff in your yesteryears.
Yep.
Yes.
So how did you make the switch into the AE side for title?
Well, I happen to know the president, Maria Caban, and the vice president, Jennifer Correa, and they asked me to come on board because, as you know, the title industry, they're very busy, and there's so much you can do outside of the office, without having another face to do that for you. So hence, me being basically in sales as a loan originator and real estate sales and everything else, they asked me to come on board, and that was almost like a no-brainer, and thank God I did.
Yeah, that's great. So who's a perfect ideal client or or lead or prospect for you? So those are the people that are watching or that know a lot of people in the real estate industry. Who would be somebody that would benefit from working with you?
I believe that anyone that may have had a hard time with title companies, we're not perfect in what we do. We try to be. It is kind of complicated nowadays. It's even more complicated with today's pandemic.
Yeah.
But anybody that actually is looking for good old-fashioned customer service, follow up, the return phone calls and stuff like that they're not getting from maybe some existing partners. That's the ones that we're looking for. I mean, right now we work a lot with realtor partners, and with this refi boom, this is a drop the mic kind of thing. Like, we're so slammed with refis right now. So hopefully these people are keeping their jobs so that we can get those VOEs done and closed, right?
Yeah. That's a really good point. With things could change mid-process. I was talking with someone earlier, one of my clients that's a friend and client real estate agent, and she
Uh-huh.
was mentioning how she's got a really full pipeline and appraisers. They couldn't find appraisers to go into one of her houses, to do the appraisal. So yeah, a lot of things that people on the outside of the business might not be thinking of that could, cause some delays, cause some potential issues. So yeah, a lot of moving parts going on right now.
I will tell you, Toby, that one of my favorite phrases on a contract was "time is of the essence." You know, but we're gonna have to ask for people to be a lot more patient because of the overwhelming push and the
Yep.
expeditious. They want everything done right away now because
Right.
we're trying to close deals before time. So if we had to March 31st, now they're trying to close it, March 28th.
Right.
So now it's like everything's being pushed together like this. Like, come on, can you please close my deal? I want to get paid,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and we don't want what happened in 2008 when so many people lost their homes because of the jobs
Right.
and like overpaying for the properties back in yesteryear, the way business used to be.
That's right.
Because I hate people losing their homes,
Yeah.
or refinancing and having to pay a debt. And, hey, maybe those people are less in pay because they got less hours, even though they still qualify for the loan, et
Right.
cetera. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. To your point, everybody just needs to sit tight if they can, right? As much
yeah.
as they can, and be patient and try to be kind. And I used to always say in the business, to your point, that I was in for many mortgage business that I was in for many years. Hey, everybody in
Yeah.
the transaction wants this thing to go through. Wants your refi
Every,
to close or your purchase to go through. Everybody's on the same team. And so
we are.
everybody we're trying to get the ball across the line. I have a question for you that I thought of, and um, just while we're talking here for a few minutes, like I said, more than anything, I wanted to put a face with the name and let people meet you and get to know you a little bit more. But since you do work with a lot of real estate agents, a lot of loan officers, and then you were in the business yourself and still are, just in a different capacity, what is something that you see that your most successful real estate clients, what is something that you see them do really well that maybe some other agents that might be struggling or might not have as consistent of results that maybe they don't do as well? What's something that you think, man, every real estate agent should do this?
Well, that's a great question, Toby, in regards to what a successful realtor could be. I had a conversation with someone earlier today, and she had to get rid of her admin. So it's important when you're going to hire an admin, a right hand, um, they should have some kind of working experience in the industry, because why hire an admin and then you're having to do her work? So you're always like double checking your work. So you might as well not have an admin, just pay yourself. But as you know,
Yeah.
realtors, if you calculate working 60, 70, 80 hours a week, and you're having to do all this stuff, then that pay that you're making is going to turn out to 10, 12,000 an hour. You might as well get that job that Amazon is hiring right now, is either full temp or seasonal
Right.
or whatever. But it's tough. But I
That's a
would
good point.
actually say that a lot of teams that I work with, that they have a successful admin to
Mm,
assist them. I
yeah.
mean,
That's a
it's so
really good
important.
point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you using is there any software that you really like, whether it's a social media platform that you really leverage in your business to be successful now? Or is there any app that you really like? I don't know. I'm trying to find a little tidbit that maybe somebody watching, they're not, like they're looking for another way to bring value and to increase their business. Is there anything that you really find helps you in your day-to-day job, or that you really like to use?
Well, I just like everybody else. I mean, it all depends on what audience you're looking for. So if you're looking for that business type, you're gonna go to LinkedIn, right?
Yeah.
Um, I can do multitasking when I post something to Instagram, because I can actually have it uploaded at Facebook and Twitter at the same time. So there's an app up there that maybe some people don't know about. It's called IFTTT, and it does like the social media blast all at one time, so they can invest a couple of hours in
Yeah.
one thing, and then it does their work for them for the rest of the week or whatever. So they're not spending all this time. Okay, what do I write about?
Yeah.
This person that I spoke with today doesn't work on Sundays as a realtor, which is hard to believe, but it does happen. But she
Yeah.
does plan her week after dealing with her 5 kids, for it to work for the, Monday through Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good point. What are your platforms, by the way, so people can connect with you? Which do you like the most? You mentioned LinkedIn. Is that kind of one of your favorites? Or you mentioned Twitter as well?
That's Delilah's favorite,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But I'm the Instagram, Facebook kind of guy.
Yeah.
I started back again up with my email blast. I use
Yeah.
MailChimp, so it's just trying to keep in touch with people because we can't feel and touch you anymore. So how else can we keep in touch? Whether it's email, text,
Yep.
and there's a thing as making phone calls.
Yeah. It's amazing, right?
It's amazing.
Good old fashioned phone calls. I'm with
That's a
you on
good,
that, brother.
that's a
Yeah.
good old fashioned phone call. I thank God for unlimited minutes because I don't have to worry about what time I'm calling somebody. But I'm using my phone a lot more and
Hmm.
making a phone call, making it more personal.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. Do you have a certain, just out of curiosity, it's kind of a personal question, but when it comes to running your business in normal time, let's just say, not even just these past couple weeks, but in general, do you try to have a certain amount of people that you reach out to by phone or by personal message to every day? Like, do you have like a consistent cadence of calling X amount of people every day? How do you manage that?
I do is a thing called time blocking or the time management thing on your agenda. So I have like so many calls that I'm gonna make, so many text messages I'm gonna do. I make sure that I follow up on all my emails at all times. I don't have that auto reply. I check my emails at 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. I answer my emails at any time of the day to a limit. My wife might have something to say. What are you doing responding at 11 o'clock at night? But it's a high demand business. It's going to be even more high demand because of what's going on around us.
Yeah, yeah, to your point. Yeah, it's just uncharted territory, we don't
Yeah.
know how it's going to look. What's changed in your, aside from not being able to go to community events and networking functions, which I know you, like me, you're out in the community and out in the field a lot and meeting with clients and people face to face. What else has really changed in your business besides that? Are you doing different things now than you've done before? Are you, I don't know, what's changed over this last week or so for you?
I think the more phone calls because people love texting, but I can accomplish more by calling someone.
Yeah.
Instead of having to go back and forth, dialogue and back and forth, it's like, okay, I got all the swipe and all the modern technology to make my texting so much easier. But just a phone call, I think it adds more value to relationships,
Yeah.
And now I have to walk around with this thing.
I know. Isn't it crazy? We all have our little stuff. I know. It's nuts. Yeah.
you know,
You mean you
like
didn't always walk around with a can of Lysol like that?
I
No?
did the sanitizers, but now they're bigger. I used to have the little keychain one, but now they're a
A
lot
little
bigger.
small. You need the jumbo size, right?
That's
Just,
it.
yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. So tell me something fun before I let you go. What's I don't know, tell me something. Are you watching any great TV shows or series that you really like, or something fun that you're doing while we're kind of staying inside of our houses? Any neat stuff that you've found online or on the TV?
We watch a lot of series here at home, my wife and I, and my mom is 80 years old, so we're very careful as to what we're doing. She loves the Spanish soap opera, so at 7 p.m., I am in Univision watching La Rosa de Guadalupe, and I'm already hooked to it, so it's like, Junior, it's time for the soap opera. But I'm a TV guy. I love watching TV as a male.
Uh-huh.
I miss my sports. Thank God for free agency. Everything is going on with football, but TV is my relaxed time as well. And my social thing has been put on halt for a while, so I miss that part because that's also good for business and it
Yeah.
helps me, especially with my personality.
Yeah. Yeah, you're such a warm guy, such an engaging guy. Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
What's your favorite TV show that you have watched? I mean, what's your favorite? Do you have like a favorite series? If somebody's never really gotten into, this show before, they should definitely watch it. And I'm thinking about for myself because maybe I'd like to find a new little fun, escape, if you will. What's
There's a
something?
there's a rough guy. His name is Deputy. It's on Fox TV. It's called
Okay.
Deputy. He's a good guy. But I'm being from Chicago, so every Wednesday we watch Chicago Med. Chicago Fire, and Chicago PD. So those are
Okay.
my favorites.
Those are your favorites? All right, cool. I have not watched those, so good. Thank you for the
No?
recommendation. I'll have to check them out.
So are you watching movies?
You know, we watch once in a while. We've gotten into a couple series. What's the plural of series? A couple. You know, we've watched a few, but I don't have one right now that we really like. Yellowstone
Yeah.
was on. I don't
Oh, I
even know
love
what that was
Yellowstone.
on. Did you watch Yellowstone? It's coming
Oh,
back
yes. Yeah.
in June, I think it is, late June. Is
Yeah.
season the next season's premiering, so I'm looking forward to that. I like some
Go,
of the
Kevin.
Yeah, that's gonna be good. I really that's yeah. Some of the Marvel shows I really liked. The Punisher, and what was some of
Yeah.
the other names of some of the other ones. I've watched a couple of those series in the past, but yeah, I need to find
Yeah.
something new, you know, something that I don't know, something like you said, to take your mind off of things. And you can't, right now, I don't feel as guilty about doing that periodically, right? Because there's only so
Yeah.
many, to your point, every day we're on the computers and making
Yeah.
calls. And so in the evening, it's kind of some relaxing time, something to watch, you know?
So are you waiting for the new Wonder Woman movie to come out because it's been delayed now?
Has it been? Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't, yeah, that's a bummer. Yeah. I mean, to your point, it's weird. I'm not a huge sports fan, but there are a couple that I really like to watch. Formula One. I'm a big avid Formula One fan. And
Yeah.
so, last weekend was supposed to be the first race of the season. So that's a bummer. Hopefully they'll just postpone them and still do the whole
That's it.
series. Anyways, and the Tour de France, I'm a big cycling fan to watch
Oh, nice.
bicycling. So we got a couple months yet before that's supposed to start. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be back to typical world in a couple months, you
No
know,
normality, right?
normality. Before I let you go, my friend, what's something, I know you're involved with a lot of different
Networks.
networks and groups. What are some groups that you'd encourage professionals, people in Central Florida to check out?
Well, I'm a co-host for Crema de Nona. We used to meet Tuesday mornings from 8:30 to 9:30 at Graffiti Junction on Artusi Road in Southeast Orlando. I'm also on the board of directors for the East Orlando Chamber of Commerce, and I'm also an advisory council for the National Association of Hispanic Real Estate Professionals, NAREP. And they're doing a lot of things that will help us in our industry. So please stay tuned or send me some information. I'll be more than glad to send you some of the links. We're doing the top 10 now. Number 10 was family, and we're working on number 9 today. So that's one of the ways that we can keep our people going and busy. And, you know, and I'm going to say something, Tobi. You know, with the Lord's help, we're going to need a lot of mental help because this could be mentally straining, you know, other than financial. We know that part. But, you know, it's going to be tough. But, you know, follow me on Facebook, you know, and LinkedIn and Instagram, and, you know, stay in touch.
Sorry. Oops.
That's okay.
Sorry. So my dogs are barking. the
Yeah.
joys. Okay, there we go. I was gonna say the joys of being on a live. Actually, hang on. I agree with everything you said. So I apologize being rude, looking away while you're saying that. You're right. It's a real stress. I mean, it's
Yeah.
nothing to be taken lightly. And I think some people that are like treating it almost flippantly, right? Like, oh, you know, keep positive, and which is important to keep positive. But I mean, it's not to be taken lightly. Yeah. And so,
Yeah.
and I think all of us will have those days and those times that, we get kind of down. So I think you're right.
Yeah.
And that's why your phone call suggestion is so valuable and so great,
Yeah.
because it means a lot to a lot of people. You know, you never know, that person that you call could be in a really having one of those really bad days or bad times. So
I would make a suggestion to realtors when they go to closing. We're actually keeping realtors and children out of our office. Do the buyers first and then the sellers or whatever, or vice versa. Call your customer and do a video, and you're still with your customer. So that's one of the things that we're bringing to the table. So
great idea.
FaceTime or Duo, whatever it is whatever format you want to use.
Yep.
You're always going to be in touch with your customer since you're always going to be there. So that's what we're doing to help with the mandate, you know?
Yeah, it's a great way, finding alternative ways to still have that connection. Yeah, it's a really good point. Well, thank you for the offer to have people reach out to you and get more information on those groups that you're affiliated with. And thank you for all of your work in the industry as a whole. So you're a great guy, a great friend, and I'm
Thank
glad that
you.
we could jump on this call together. And I'll look forward to seeing you again in person here,
Yeah,
hopefully sooner than later. But let me know if anything I can do for you during this time.
I can't wait to forget that your organization with the ladder. I can't wait to do that. I love the way you did the class with
Right.
Ivan over there.
No, you're sweet.
I love how you gave out the prize. If you had the little dot on the card or whatever, you won
Yep.
the raffle prize. But I would love to, team up with you and get one of those things going again. If it has to be virtual, then we'll just have to do it virtual and reach out to our audiences.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I do a lot of coaching, group and individual, just like we're doing now. So you're right. We'll talk soon. If things don't get, yeah, let's talk here soon in the next week or two, and we'll make a plan.
Sounds great. God bless you. Okay,
All right,
Toby?
you too. Thank you so much, Julio.
Thanks.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.